Quick change couplers already make excavators versatile. A landscaping contractor friend of mine asked if I could take that further by building an adapter to run mini skid steer attachments on his excavator. To begin the build, I took a few measurements and pictures of the excavator arm and measurements of the pivot points and connection and started modeling it up in CAD. I'm showing here a couple of the parts of the quick attach mechanism on the end of the excavator arm. Below here is the adapter, and then here showing the extra mini skid steer attachment plate that mounts to the loader arms of a mini skid steer. So the main parts of this design are some bushings, pins, some plates that hold that, a cross member tube with a few brackets that allow us to pin on the mini skid steer adapter plate. Then I also modeled up a very quick representation of a mini skid steer attachment, and in this case the auger attachment. So what I'm representing here is the female portion of the mini skid steer quick attach plate, the trunnion mounted auger here, and that just helped me get a visual of the motions and swing of the attachment. Then I also made a few drawings, a drawing of the assembly, some drawing of the individual plates, and I had those laser cut. Let's get into the build. My next step was to center punch and drill holes in the clevis brackets for the pins. This was an extra mini skid steer quick attach plate that my friend had, and I'm just using it here to locate and align the brackets and plates that will be welded to the adapter. I'm marking and laying out the location for the clevis plates, and then also using a shim to provide a little bit of clearance and spacing to tack those on. With several small tacks in place, I'll take out the pins and remove the quick attach plate from the adapter, allowing me to add some larger tacks and also add additional plates to the adapter. Next, I'll be working on the portion of the adapter that connects to the excavator's quick coupler. I bought the bushings and pins online, and these plates are laser cut. I cut some 2x4s to use as spacers to space the two plates apart and keep them parallel. I tacked one plate square to the tube, set the next plate on, and then also took the bushings and pins and put them in place to properly align the bushings to each other. Then I clamped the 2x4s in between, holding the two plates the right distance apart and parallel to each other. And then I realized I did not have keeper holes drilled into the bushings yet, so I took two of them over to the Bridgeport, drilled a couple of keeper holes in them. And inserted a keeper bolt to align the pin in the bushing. So here it is with the adapter plate pinned back on and everything tacked together, ready for a test on the excavator. So I fired up the excavator and unlatched the quick coupler. So I picked up the adapter, latched the quick coupler, and everything seemed to look really good. However, I really struggled to pick up an attachment, and I soon figured out why. This portion of the quick coupler mechanism was interfering with the attachment, so I guess it's back to the drawing board. So the solution I came up with is to add a second tube on the face of the adapter, extending the mini skid steer quick attach plate further away from the excavator's quick coupler. So here I'm trimming the ears off of those plates so I can add another tube. Prepping the surface here for the new tube, and then laying out and cutting some cosmetic miters on the ends of this first original tube. After clamping and tacking the new tube into position, I once again lay out the location for the clevis brackets and tack those into position. So I pin on the mini skid steer quick attach plate so that we can do another test to see if we've solved the problem. Everything seems to be working fine, so it's time to get some primer and paint on it. So I added some caps to the ends of the tubes, finished welding it out, and gave it a coat of primer and paint. Here's the adapter in action, being used in an area to auger some holes that could not be accessed by a mini skid steer, saving a lot of hand digging. Thanks for watching this build. If you've got ideas for future projects, drop them in the comments. And if this kind of fabrication content is your thing, like and subscribe. We've got plenty more builds coming.